Hi, welcome to the second part of this video where I will be discussing more about the stocks which are towards the towards this end of this UI. And we had some very big candles starting from companies like this Wipro, MRF, Ultratech, Cement. We took a trade, and ONGC, Bajaj Auto. I am already carrying some positions in Bajaj Auto, ONGC, MGL, Aarti Industries, and definitely in the very last you see the worst performing was Reliance and McDowell. Theoretically, from a sectorial perspective, if you look, you see that there are companies like Marico, Bata India, Pidilite, Asian Paints, UPL, Jubilant Food, and Hindustan Unilever, and Dabur, Colpal over here, Berger Paint. So you get this how this whole you see over here Nestle, Britannia. So theoretically, you can understand that the data formation and the way the structure moved from algorithmic perspective. You can see that there was these particular sectors, they moved very similarly, and they had a really bad day, the whole of this FMCG sector. And this was also what was discussed in the market watch from Friday, where I said that book profits in cement and steel, and the sector which is not going to work today is FMCG, and you will find that video in the upper right hand corner. So going forward, what would be best strategy, and what would be what's the status? So here one of the things which I can very well see is companies like ONGC. See, Bajaj Auto, the reason I sipped and entered Bajaj Auto is because if you see in this whole of this towards all of this companies which are over here, so you will find that Bajaj Auto is the only company which is coming from auto sector, and this was exactly the reason why I entered Bajaj Auto. Of course it can dip, it's a weak, but and the data formation is also showcasing it's a weak and it will dip more, but that's not the point. If someone would have known, these are speculations. So for me, when I saw that Bajaj Auto entered this lower frame, and this even though the auto sector was moving, and so going forward, if I am more optimistic in the auto sector and it's moved, then theoretically I have to make some positions. I already have carrying positions in companies like Escort. I already booked out in Ashok Leyland, not on Friday but on Thursday itself. So no matter what, I wanted to have a position, and hence I have it over here. So from going forward, I think companies which are which are definitely going to reverse or are very good candidates are definitely ONGC. ONGC is one of the companies which shouldn't be in this region, and the only reason maybe it has something to do with the move of the result. But going forward, I would really be very much interested in looking for reversals in company like this is Power Grid. Exactly. Power Grid also should not be here. Bandhan Bank should not be here, and also companies like Berger Paint, NTPC, Gujarat Gas. Definitely 640 is a very good region for Gujarat Gas to enter, and also Pidilite. So if from reversal point of view, I think companies like Power Grid, Bandhan Bank, Bajaj Auto, Berger Paint, NTPC, Gujarat Gas, and Pidilite. These are in, actually we also traded Pidilite, and you will find that it faced a resistance in the channel which we had discussed in one of the technical analysis video. So going forward, I think these are very good companies which can reverse, and from a short perspective, and so the companies which are not looking really good right now, sorry, and also companies like IOC, where it is trading in a very narrow range, it can also very well reverse. But I think few of the companies which are very good, which can actually carry over this weakness is there are two companies which I'm seeing. First of them is IGL. IGL posted its results on last Friday, and this move came after the result where it was sort of a doji. But I think going forward, of course, 500 and 480 regions are very good of support for IGL, and in the above it faces resistance at 540, and we have discussed this about how IGL is stuck in a range, and unfortunately it was not able to perform even after posting results. So going forward, we have to look into how this IGL moves are there. So IGL itself, from a data perspective, we can say it's a neutral, but we can say that datas are getting added now. Until now the move is not very clear, and hence we cannot comment more on it. But from Kotak Bank looks to me really weak, and if the banking sector falls, and if you are looking for some short positions to get created, I think Kotak Bank would be the bank, or the other way around, because right now again, since this is a doji, so we really can't be sure of where the positions were there. But definitely keep Kotak Bank in your radar, and we will do a chart analysis of Kotak Bank and IGL in another technical video, because we have to understand of why are so many positions getting added, and what does it mean for a short term. Unfortunately, Reliance didn't have any positions being made, and this actually is not good, because Reliance is very near its 2100, which is a strong support. But going forward, I really don't see any positions which are getting made, and this actually showcases that Reliance may have further weaknesses. And so basically this 2100 may look like a very good support to you, but from a data perspective, it really doesn't say that the market has confidence, and it may reverse. So from a reversal point of view, I think if you're targeting, you have to find your sector. See, for me, ONGC and NTPC, Gujarat Gas, Power Grid, so these are much of interesting companies. IGL is something which is which a result came on Friday, so maybe it will take 1 or 2 days to settle down and give us some really good moves, right? And other than that, I can not see anything which so basically, if you see over here, these are all the companies which just are formed dojis. So very upper wicks and something like that, say for a company like Pfizer, right? So there's nothing more interesting which is happening, but from a data perspective, companies like HCL Tech, it also gave a doji, but theoretically there's nothing we can say from data point, and from so right now then we have to dig into a technical analysis, which and then we have to figure out where these positions are getting made. So I hope this video was helpful, and you can understand that I am very much optimistic about a few of the companies which made very weak structures, but these structures are not going to sustain, and hopefully they will reverse from here. One of the things I want to highlight here, see, all the companies which I mentioned, they didn't have FMCG. All the FMCG companies, like say Britannia over here, Nestle India, Jubilant Food, Hindustan Unilever, Dabur, and Marico. And also, if you consider the bigger Marico and Asian Paints and Pidilite, forget Pidilite. So as a result of, you can see the FMCG sector had a fall, but there were absolutely no data from which we can say if this fall is going to reverse. So I wouldn't be very much be interested in these companies. Of course, tomorrow with the market open, things can change, and data can form, and so things can work. So I'm not saying this, but as of today, when I do a data analysis, I see that the market expects reversals in ONGC, Bajaj Auto, Berger Paint, NTPC, Gujarat Gas, Pidilite, more than the rest of the companies which had a week closing. Hope this video was helpful, and if you find it helpful, just do like it and comment on it. Thanks a lot for listening, and the next part I would say is I would just take up 4-5 companies from this one, and I will then also discuss about the Nifty strategy which I am going to take for the next week, and how this is going to be different from the strategy which I used to take in the previous say 1-2 months, or from when I started posting the video. Thanks a lot for listening, and have a nice day. Bye bye.